Hello, good morning students. So we'll start our topic database. So I will be dealing with the third module and fourth module of your syllabus, and talking about database. What is data? Data are raw facts. Data are raw facts. So unprocessed facts are called data. The singular term for data is datum, and data is plural form. It means collection of datum is a datum. This data can be organized in a row column format to form a database. This row column format is called a table or relation, and collection of tables constitutes a database. So in a database there can be multiple tables, and a table contains different rows and columns. The simple example for a table is, I want to store the information of the students' class number, name and age. So what we will be doing, we will be taking a paper and we will be drawing a table, class number, name and age. I will be having 3 columns, and in each column I will be writing details of each row I will be writing details of students. I will show you how to class number, name and age are given as headings. Then class number, I will be writing class number 1, then Arun, then age is 12. So this is how we write details in a proper or organized format. So class number is 1, name is Arun and age is 12. Class number is 2, name is Anish and age is 12. Class number is 3, name is Biju and age is 13. So this is a growable. This can be grown to form details of different students as much as we need. So this is an example of a simple table, and I can give the name of this table also. The name I am giving is student. Okay. So this is an organized collection of data, and we can call this as a table. We can call this as a table. So this table student contains rows and columns. Rows means these are rows. 1 Arun 12 is a row. 2 Anish 12 is another row. So this horizontal rows, and we have vertical columns. Class number is a column, name is a column, age is a column. The details of an entity in different columns forms its details. Okay, the details of an entity in various columns forms the details of that student. So this is class number, name and age, and we call this as fields. We call this as field. So the column headings are called fields. So class number field, name field and age field. Okay, so in this table we have 3 fields. Okay, now while writing the heading class number, in my mind I have the feeling that in the class number column there will be only numbers. Class numbers are numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So I have the feeling that in the column class number I will be writing only numbers. Likewise, in the column name, I have the feeling that I will be writing the names, and in the column age I will be writing numbers. If I have one more column called date of birth, then we think that, or in my mind I have the idea that I will be writing the date of birth, that is a date in that column. So what type of data is stored in each field will be calculated in the mind of the designer. Or if I want to store some details of something, if I want to store the details of some pet animals, okay, then I will form an idea about what all things I have to be taken care of about these pet animals, and I will form appropriate columns for that. Okay, so here also we can see class number, name, age and date of birth. These columns or fields are containing different types of data, and we call this as data type. Like a programming language, we have the data type also in databases. So this class number is having a number type, the name is having a string type or character type, age is having a integer type, and date of birth is having a date type. Okay, so here comes the importance of these data types. So the different data stored in databases are called, the type of data stored in databases are called data types. So string is there, number is there. So normally we use integer for storing integers. We use varchar2 for storing characters. Normally in high-level languages or programming languages, we are using a character or string array for character array for storing these characters. But here we have a type called varchar2. This stands for variable character. So while creating that field, if I specify that it is a variable character field, the advantage is that in each row I will be storing different names, and the names will be having of different lengths. In the first row I will be I am giving as Arun, so only four letters are there. In the next row it is Anish, it is 6 letters. So the memory allocation will be depending on the number of characters given at each row. That is a variable character. It is not character, it is variable character. We can use character also. If I am defining character, then it means that much characters are allotted in each row. So it may result in memory wastage. So varchar2 inside brackets, if I am giving as 20, it means that the field is a variable character having a maximum size of 20. Okay. So this is the concept of variable character. So integer, varchar. There is a type called date also. For storing date we have date. Okay. I will tell about the different types of data or data types later, and I hope that you got the idea of a database. Okay. So a database is a file. This file is stored in hard disk. This database file can contain multiple tables, and each table will be having a format like this, having a row column format. Okay, so you can think about some databases which can store data. Depending on your logic, you can think about different databases, different tables. Okay, so that's all for the introductory video here. Please listen it again. So this is the concept of database.